Now we are on our next topic, inequality and discrimination. Inequality and discrimination. Okay, so I told you that what is discrimination. What is discrimination? So we can say we discuss about prejudice and the stereotypes as well. Mean when we fix any person into a negative image, or when we keep our attitude, mean negative attitude towards others, that is called prejudice and stereotypes. Okay, but when we act upon those prejudices and stereotypes, it happens then only. Discrimination happens when we act. So when we act on prejudices and stereotypes. When we act on those, mean when we fix anyone into a negative image. Image में fit तो कर दे, but we act according to that image only. Then discrimination happens. Okay, actually we haven't read chapter number 1. In that chapter there were Samir 1 and Samir 2. It means two boys of a name. So first of all, what is equality? Inequality, it means the state of being unequal. State of being unequal, or the state of being not equal. So in chapter number 1 that we have not discussed, there were two boys with the same name, and their name was Samir. Okay, so Samir 1 and Samir 2. They were different, or they belonged to their different religion, and their economical status or background. Their economical status and religion was different from each other. Okay, so they belong to different religion, or we can say that was a source of discrimination. Okay, and people who belong to different custom, if they practice any other religion, if they speak any other language, they are also discrimination. Mean these all sources are of discrimination. Okay, so next difference between them was between two Samirs was in their economical background. What is economical background? Economical mean related to money, and mean one was poor and one was rich. Okay, one was poor and one was rich. But we can say poor or rich or economical background, it is not a form of diversity. It is not a form of diversity, it is a form of inequality. Mean when the people are treated unequal according to their economical background. Okay, so we can say that the person who are poor, they are treated unequally. Why? Because they are poor. But some people can be there who can be discriminated because of the many reasons. And people who are poor and their culture or their religion or their community is not being given importance, it means they have so many factors with them to get discriminated against others. Yes, so if people are, so we were discussing about the economical status and background. So we can say, according to this, we can say the economical background means who are poor and who are rich. Okay, and economical background, this is not a form of diversity. Diversity means difference or the varieties or variation in religion and race or creed and caste. But we can say it is a form of inequality. Inequality means rich and the poor, they are not being treated as equal. Okay, so next then here we are coming some people who are poor, they are discriminated, but there are some people who are having the different factors for getting discriminated by the others, and who are poor, and they are tribals as well, and their religion is not being is not being given respect, or their culture is not valued, then these people are treated badly at that time. Okay. So if we are talking about the poor and the rich, so it is the main important aspect of the caste system. So obviously who are poor, who are rich, so obviously poor were kept at the lower level, and the rich, they were kept at the upper level. Okay, so there was a ladder of caste system. The people who placed themselves at the top of the ladder were upper caste people, or they saw themselves as superior mean more than the others. Okay, and the groups who placed themselves at the bottom of the ladder, they were called obviously lower caste people or untouchables. Okay, so obviously at that time, caste system, or we can say ki government, they referred them as scheduled caste or SC. So SCBC, they were counted in lower caste, or they were untouchables at that time. But because of the steps taken by the government, every person is equal now. All people are equal, whether they are of any other religion, another caste, or they are another like they are male or female, or they are of any other creed or race or any economical status as well. But what happened at that time, caste system was set up, and they did not allow upper caste people, they did not allow untouchables to take on the work. Okay, so they were forced, untouchables were forced to pick garbage and to remove dead animals from the village, and they were not allowed to enter the houses of the upper caste people, and they were not allowed to take water from the homes of the upper caste. They were not allowed to sit next or to with the upper caste people, or upper caste people did not give untouchables the equal rights as they were having. Okay, let's discuss about one another problem which was related to Muslims as well. Okay, before many years ago, we thought that the main reason of the discrimination, or we can say the main reason of the inequality, that is religion. But after a survey, we found that before that, we used to think that people or the parents of Muslim girls, they were not interested to send to their girls to the school, but it was not like that. They were very poor. What was the main reason? That was poverty. Because of that, they were not able to pay their fee, and because of that, they get them enrolled from the schools, and they came back. Obviously, they brought their children or their girls back to their homes. Okay, so when after a survey, we found that poverty is the main reason of not getting education by the girls of the Muslim. So when we got that reason, after that, government started a government bus service by which the teachers could travel to another rural areas safely and secure. Okay, and the schools were set up at the less distance from their village or from their houses. Okay, and 60% of the teachers were women. Because of these efforts, obviously there was some development. We could see some development in that area, but the area where these efforts were not made, obviously we find that it was difficult to attend school for the girls of the Muslims. Okay, now in next topic we are going to discuss about a famous Indian who was discriminated against, and he was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Yes, that one, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is known as a famous leader of our country, and he is known as a father of Constitution. Now in this video we are going to discuss about a famous Indian who was discriminated against, and he was none other than Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and he is one of the greatest leaders of India who shared his first experience of caste-based discrimination. He was born in 1893. He was born in 1893 and he is known as the father of constitution. Because of his efforts only the constitution was formed. Okay, and the constitution that he made, that took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. It means around 3 years our constitution took to get completed. Okay, well, our constitution was adopted on 26th November. It was adopted. But when did it come into effect? That is 26th Jan 1950. After 2 months, it came into effect by came into effect on which date? 26th January 1950. So what was the incident about which we were going to discuss in this video? And that was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He wanted to meet his father who used to live in Maharashtra, Koregaon. Okay, there was a place with name Koregaon, which is located at Maharashtra. Okay, he wanted to meet his father, so he went to Maharashtra with his brothers and cousin to meet his father. Okay, so what happened when they reached there, where his father was coming to take them with him. Okay, so what happened at that time? His father didn't reach at the station. They waited for a long time, and after a long time the ticket, we can say the station master, he went to them. Then he asked that what were they doing there and where did they want to go. But they all were well dressed and they were not looking like that they are of lower caste or they are untouchables. So even the station master, he could not identify them, or he could not get that they were untouchables. And when station master asked that who are you and from where have you come, then he told that we are Mahars. We are Mahars. Okay, and who are Mahars? Mahars are untouchables. Mahars are untouchable caste which is considered as the lower caste in Maharashtra. Then the station master, he looked pale. Mean uska chehra kya ho, his reaction was totally different from the earlier time. Then he went to his room and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, his friends, his brothers, they waited for a long time, but no one but his father did not come there. Then station master came again to them and he asked that if they want to go, if they know that place where his father is living, then they can go by a cart. ठीक है? But you know very well कि वहाँ पे क्या था? Obviously they were considered as the untouchables. So when they asked, they all were having their rent with them, they all were having money, but the cart master who was driving the carts, they were not allowed, or they refused them that हम आपको नहीं लेके जाएंगे. Why? Because what was the reason? That they were untouchables. What was their thinking कि हम अगर इन्हें ले गए तो नेक्स्ट टाइम कोई अपर कास्ट का जो भी होगा वो हमारे यहाँ पे बग्गी में, वो हमारे कार्ट में नहीं बैठेगा. And that was the reason. And और उस टाइम पर स्टेशन मास्टर also could not do anything. So this was the incident which was based on the caste-based discrimination which was faced by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and that experience was shared by him. Okay, then obviously he was also discriminated, and after that he thought that he will fought for the rights of the untouchables, and he is known as the best known leaders of the Dalits. Who are Dalits? Obviously जो lower caste people हैं, they used to consider them, so they used to call themselves Dalit or untouchables. Okay, and he fought for the rights of the Dalit communities. Okay, and the Mahars, who were Mahars, they used to live in the outer side, the outer spaces of the cities. So this was the incident. And you know that this story shows that caste-based discrimination is not only limited to the we can say it is not only limited to the preventing Dalits from undertaking their economic activities as well, and it also denies them the respect and the dignity given to other. Whether at that time the dignity which was given, the respect which was being given to the upper caste people, that was denied, or they were refused to do, or they were refused to give that dignity and that respect. Okay, now after that, when Dr. B.R. Ambedkar grew up, he was the first person of the untouchables or the lower caste. He was the first person of the lower caste who completed his college education and went to England to become a lawyer. He was the first person, or he encouraged Dalits to send their children to the schools and the colleges as well. He believed that Dalits must fight against the caste system, and they should work towards the government. They should work for the welfare of our country, or we can say they should work which is based on the respect, and which is based on government job as well. And it was not for a few, it was about all persons of the untouchables or the Dalit people. Okay, so he was the main leader. With his efforts, only untouchables, who are known as the equal to another people, now it was because of just his efforts. So that's why we can say that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was one of the greatest leaders of India who fought for the rights of the Dalit, and he is known as the father of Constitution as well. Students, our next topic is striving for equality. It means the hard work which was done by the people who were doing hard work, or they were striving hard for equality, for being equal to each other, for being equal to upper caste and lower caste. There should be no caste system like that. So there were so many people who were striving hard for the equality. We know that there was a struggle against the Britishers, but there was a struggle which was being faced, or which was being faced by the people who were of lower caste, who were of different religion, who were of different races. The struggle for freedom includes from British, also included the struggle of equality in it. A large number of people who did not fought only against British, but also to be treated equally. Okay, by doing so, Dalits also, they got they organized themselves to get entry into the temples. Women were asking, or women were demanding for the education, and peasants and tribals, they were just asking, they were just want to get release, get them a अपने आप को बाहर करना चाहते थे किनसे, ऑब्वियसली बाय द मनी लेंडर्स, जो कि बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट लगाकर उन्हें देते थे, और जितना भी उनका क्रॉप्स होती थी या कुछ भी होती थी उससे ज्यादा उनसे पैसा ले लिया ही जाता था। इट मीन अराउंड 70% उनका ले लिया जाता था एंड अराउंड 20-30% उनके पास रहता था। इसलिए दैट्स व्हाई peasants and tribals also released themselves to get rid of money lenders. Okay, then in 1947 our country became republic. Our country became republic and the leaders set out a vision of equality. What is secular? Our country became republic. What is republic? When a country has its own government, that is called republic, and where the powers are in the hands of the people. If the powers are in the hands of the people, obviously then they can be used well at that time if the all people are being treated equally. Yes. So at that time, what was the vision set up by the leaders? That every caste people or every person, all peoples should be treated equally. Okay, then there were some things also, some factors also about which were people aware. Then that was, after that it was made clear that untouchability is seen as a crime. No one is untouchable. They will be known as SC scheduled caste. They can't be considered as a lower caste or untouchable. So untouchability is seen as a crime. A person who want to sit there, a person who want to go there, a person who want to travel anywhere, a person who want to follow or practice any activity, any work, any religion, he can. He has the right to equality. He has the right to freedom. He has the right to freedom of religion. He has a right to education. Okay. So after the independence, government jobs are open to all. In 1957 India became independent. 47 India became independent, and in 1950, on 26 January 1950, India became a republic. It means our constitution was formed and powers were in the hands of the people at that time. Okay, and our country was having its own constitution, and according to this constitution, a country could be governed, and a constitution is required if you want to govern a country. And in that constitution, everything is given, that untouchability is seen as a crime, and government jobs are open for all, whether they are of upper caste, whether they are of lower caste, any other religion or any other race or any other caste. Okay, and they are free to choose any kind of work. Okay, so for equality, first of all, we should respect for the diversity, or we should respect for the diversity is must. So equality आएगी कब? When we will treat them equal, if we are respecting their culture, their religion, and their another way of mean speaking, their language. If we are respecting them, if we respect them, only then they will be considered equal, or only then they will be treated equally by us. Okay. So we were talking about these points. So people are free to choose any kind of work. Untouchability is seen as a crime, and this has been legally abolished by our law. मीन इसे खत्म किया जा चुका है. Next is government jobs are open to all. If they want to follow any occupation, they can. Okay, they are free to choose any kind of job or any kind of work they wish to do. Now government jobs are open to all. And next is specific steps are also being taken by our government to make them feel equal. We know that India is a secular country, and India is a free country, but we can't say India is an So we were talking about these points, that now untouchability is seen as a crime and is legally abolished by the law. Okay, here people are free to choose any kind of occupation, any kind of work they wish to do. Government jobs are open to all. and they are free to choose any kind of work, if they are free to choose any kind of religion. There are some specific steps which have been taken by our government, or which are being taken by our government to make them feel equal, to treat them equal. Okay, so B.R. Ambedkar said that respect for diversity is a significant element to encouraging equality. Okay, like I told you that for equality, respect for diversity is must. If we want to respect, if we want equality, mean if we want to treat someone equally, first of all we should respect his diversity. If we are from any other religion, then we should pay respect. We should respect his religion or her religion. We should respect their culture. We should respect their language, or we should be humble towards them. Okay, if we are doing all these, if we are respecting their diversity only, then we can maintain equality in our country. Okay, then Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said that it will be the responsibility of the government to make them feel equal, or to do something, to take some steps for the equality of poor and the other communities as well. Okay, then India became a secular country. Secular means where people are free to choose any religion they wish to, they want to follow, okay, or they want to practice. Okay, so this was seen as important element of our unity. So there are some factors, people's struggle and positive actions, or the steps taken by the government, they are necessary to make this a reality for all Indians, that all people are equal. Obviously people's struggle is also needed, and steps taken by our government, they are also needed to make this reality, to make equality a reality for the people of our country. Hope this chapter is clear to you all. So this was it. If you have listened to me carefully, obviously this chapter is clear to you all. This is very easy. This everything you have, I have told you in class 5 as well. There will be, I think, some few points extra will be there. So I hope you all have listened to me carefully. I'm giving you some questions to do in your classwork notebook. You have to do them in your classwork notebook and send into your class group. Okay. So first question is, when did our country get independence? When did our country get independence? Next, when is the Republic Day celebrated? When is the Republic Day celebrated? Third, who is known as the father of Constitution? Who is known as the father of Constitution? Next, fourth question is, how much time our Constitution took to get completed? How much time did our Constitution take to get completed? Last question is, who fought for the rights or equality of the Dalits? Who fought for the rights of Dalits? So this is it. Hope this chapter is clear to you all. Take care. See you in next video and have a nice day.